Hello, I'm Dr. Neil Scott. I'm a cardiologist at El Camino Health.
And I'm Jacques Wilson, the executive chef at El Camino Health.
And we're here to make another heart-healthy meal. Chef, what are we making today?
We are making pan-seared potlatch salmon with the Hoisin Asparagus.
Oh, sounds great.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite recipes.
So first of all, what I like to do is take the potlatch seasoning and sprinkle it on top of the salmon.
What's in potlatch?
Potlatch basically has onion powder, garlic powder, some red chili peppers. It has some cumin seed, fennel seed, cayenne, salt and pepper, but be gentle on the salt.
And you can make potlatch yourself, but it's so much easier just to buy it already made. And you can get it online or at most supermarkets. It's actually a seasoning that was used by the Native Americans in the Pacific Northwest.
So you're going to cover this gingerly. You're going to add the oil to a hot pan that's ready for the oven.
And that's an oven-safe pan, right?
Oven-safe pan, that is correct. So the salmon, you want to always put the salmon in the pan, pulling it away from you, flesh side down, so you can get a nice crust.
And you're searing this as opposed to frying this, right?
That's correct.
And we're searing because the sear will put a nice crust on the salmon. We don't want to fry fish because when we fry fish, we lose all of the good oils that come out into the frying oil. So we actually lose the benefit of eating fish.
So this is going to take about a minute to get a nice sear on it before you place it in the oven.
Salmon, if we look at the good fats that we need to eat, omega-3 fatty acid is the best fat, actually, and that's exceedingly high in salmon. Actually, there's no fish that has higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids than salmon does. And actually, farm salmon has higher concentrations of omega-3 fatty acids than wild salmon, and that's mainly because you can control the diet of farm salmon.
So what about the color of the farm-raised salmon? People talk about that all the time.
Usually farm salmon, the color is added. That doesn't seem to impart anything dangerous to us. So I see you're turning it now. You've got a nice sear on it.
I do, and you want to make sure you put it skin side down and sear it for another minute before we place it in the oven. And the tool I'm actually using is called a fish spatula. And the reason why it's a fish spatula is because it's gentle for the fish and also allows the oils to go right through the holes.
I see. Now I want my patients to eat more fish because a number of studies have clearly shown that the more fish you eat, the longer you live, which is the exact opposite of eating red meat. And so fish is good for you, almost any fish, but the best type of fish are the fish with the higher concentrations of the good oil, the omega-3 fatty acids. And those are essentially salmon, to a certain extent tuna, and then the other oily fish like mackerel and bluefish.
Sardines.
Sardines,
one of my
yes,
favorites.
Sardines are very high.
We are ready for the oven. The oven's going to be 400 degrees for 10 minutes.
Okay, Chef, while the salmon is cooking, what's next?
We're going to actually make a Hoisin Asparagus.
Great.
And first we're going to start with the olive oil in the pan, a hot pan. And then we are going to add the asparagus and let it cook for about 1 minute just to kind of give it some color and keep the crispness. And afterwards we're going to add a hoisin sauce.
Hoisin sauce. What is in hoisin sauce?
Soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic, rice wine vinegar, sesame oil, peanut butter.
Now, one of the things you can do if you want to decrease the sodium content of the hoisin sauce is instead of using soy sauce, you can use ponzu sauce. And also, you can vary the concentrations of the other ingredients so that you can make it taste to your liking. What we did for this recipe was we just bought some already made hoisin sauce.
One of the things about your asparagus, if the asparagus size are large asparagus, it will take longer to cook. So the medium size takes about a minute. The smaller size, of course, will cook faster. So this is just about ready for the hoisin sauce.
And so you're cooking it so it's a nice green shade.
That's correct.
And still crunchy.
That's correct. And we're just going to glaze the asparagus with the hoisin sauce.
Great. Smells great.
So you're going to have a contrast in flavors of sweet and salty and fresh vegetable. And this looks like we're ready to go.
Yeah, that looks wonderful.
Okay.
That was easy.
Very easy.
Okay, now let's check on the salmon. That looks great. You know, my family won't let me cook salmon any other way. They just love it. And it only takes about 10, 15 minutes to cook the whole dish start to finish. It's really easy. It's great for a dish for company or just a regular weeknight meal. And there it is, pan-seared salmon with potlatch seasoning and asparagus with hoisin sauce. You can find the recipe to this and other wonderful recipes at the El Camino Health website.
That's where you'll find the exact ingredients and measurements.
Great. Thank you so much, Chef. I can't wait to dig in.
Thank you. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.